Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Ahmad Nazmi bin Muhammad, AN1801C8. My supervisor is IR Fahmi bin Abdul Rahman. In this video, I will present my final year project entitled Study of Building Defect by using non-destructive tests at Masjid Jami' Panco Muar Johor. In this presentation, I will talk about an abstract, introduction, literature review, methodology, result and discussion, and conclusion of my project. Okay, first is abstract. A concrete structure will deteriorate over time due to many factors affecting concrete durability and structural safety. To ensure safety, the existing building concrete strength must be assessed. Defects in the building at Masjid Jami' Panco in Muar Johor have been identified and measured by using non-destructive tests with the goal of recommending solutions to conserve the building. To achieve the first objective, visual inspection was undertaken initially. 8 columns were also subjected to rebound hammer and ultrasonic pulse velocity test. To fulfill the second objective, the acquired data were correlated with previous research, concrete strength and quality. Finally, 3 conservation recommendations were made. From the data, the maximum concrete strength of the column was found to be second column with 45 Newton millimeter from the rebound hammer data, and from the ultrasonic pulse velocity data, it was from column 8 with the velocity is equal to 3733. So the conclusion was concrete piece have a strength of 45 Newton millimeter, and the quality of concrete is considered good despite the defect. To my beloved lecturer, failure have a big impact on life. Finding out what went wrong is crucial to deciding whether current standards are adequate to prevent further failures or if they need to be updated. And communicating the finding for the profession is critical to preventing failures. When we talk about failure analysis, it means determining why an element of component failed. Material selection, design, product application, product method, and the mechanic of failure inside the part are typical concerns. The word is often used to describe the investigation of system failure rather than component failure, as well as the development of procedure and administrative strategy to avoid the occurrence. Understanding typical building defects is the only way to ensure that cures are offered. Instead of demolishing good or historic structure, it is important to repair and maintaining them in a modest, unglamorous manner while working closely with the building. To analyze the reason of a failure and then determine who is accountable, engineers must have a full understanding of not only load, strength, and stability, but also business and practice design and construction. For the literature review, in this part there are 4 main points that I would like to share. First is non-destructive test, followed by visual inspection, type of non-destructive test and type of building defect. Non-destructive test is a series of inspection procedures that enable inspector to study and collect data about material, system or component without irreversibly damaging it. And non-destructive is an oblique method used to collect information about structure or building. Non-destructive test is a mean to ensure the dependability and quality of the element under consideration. In this way, the non-destructive test method testing of concrete is incredibly precise and advantageous. This approach, which have been developed in recent years, are particularly useful for evaluating the quality of construction projects. Next is visual inspection. Inspection by visual means which is necessary preliminary work for any proposed non-destructive test is performed. The defect mapping might be established as a consequence of a visual assessment of the component. Default the defect in construction can be broadly classified as defect or deterioration. Visual inspection and analysis procedure is carried out based on Building Condition Assessment (BCA) and Condition Survey Protocol (CSP). One matrix that involves scoring system, photograph, and plan tagging. The type of defect on building element is evaluated in this study using a standard guideline for building inspection code released by Jabatan Kerja Raya Malaysia (JKR), as well as the Condition Survey Protocol (CSP) one matrix as a condition assessment to determine the overall building condition. Type of non-destructive test. In this research, there are two types of non-destructive tests that has been used. First is the rebound hammer test. It is a simple and cost-effective method for determining the strength of in-place concrete to test and evaluate concrete hardness without damaging it. Ernst Schmidt create a rebound hammer that is both inexpensive and quick. If it is to be used to determine the strength of concrete, a correlation between the rebound hammer reading and concrete strength must be established. Next is ultrasonic pulse velocity (UPV). The UPV test is a non-destructive test for concrete. The strength and quality of concrete is determined by speed of an ultrasonic pulsation passing through the structure. Type of building defect are wall crack. Numerous building material crack and expand and contract naturally as they age and are subjected to alternately moist and dry conditions. Cracks can be found in a variety of commonly used components, including exterior walls, internal walls or doors, and windows, corners, and ceiling. Peeling paint. Peeling paint is a common occurrence on construction facades, particularly on plastered walls, columns, and other areas exposed to excessive precipitation and moisture. Last but not least is fungi and mold growth. Fungi and mold growth can be found both indoors and outdoors in any environment. It also appears to be more prone to expand and become more sensitive when exposed to water, excessive humidity, or when the humidity is compromised. For methodology, this case study consists of the current construction structure employing the rebound hammer and ultrasonic pulse velocity test on Masjid Jamek Pancho building. While at the building, I started the research by spotting defects and abnormalities and in and around the building. From that, I identified type of defect that occur in building. After I have discovered problem and defect in the building, I also perform a mapping of the defect and damage. First inside testing is rebound hammer test. When the plugger of the rebound hammer test is driven into the surface of the concrete, the spring controlled mass rebounds, and the extent to which its rebound is dependent on the surface hardness of the concrete. Surface hardness and hence rebound are thought to be proportional to the compressive strength of the concrete. The rebound is determined using a graduate scale and is expressed as a rebound number or index. Next is ultrasonic pulse velocity test. The equipment need to be calibrated first by placing the transducer and receiver at either end of the reference bar. After checking the reading, it needs to be calculated by using the equation V equal to L over T, where V is velocity, length over time. Last but not least, for the result and discussion, Visual inspection method is used to identify defects. The drawing of Masjid Jamek Pancu building and remarks for location at the floor plan of the building. Defect mapping is used to point the location of the defect or problem. It is used to mark or check off the location of defect for the purpose of collecting frequency data of the various defect observed. A defect map displays the location of defects and simplifies the process of data collection repair. Problems location are marked so that workers will know where to look. From the result of the ribbon hammer, only one column that have fair quality concrete, that is from column 3. 6 column fall in a good quality concrete, and only column number 2 that including in very good quality concrete. From the ultrasonic pulse velocity data, the majority of the results are poor. It can be classified as minor flaw in this testing because the findings require a variety of factors, including not only velocity but also the strength of the concrete itself. However, the unfavorable outcome of the defect is due to the fact that the flaws are substantial and must be monitored for maintenance. There are recommendations to conserve Masjid Jamek Pancu building are: first is corrective maintenance, preventative maintenance, and condition-based maintenance. For the conclusion, in this study there are totally three objectives. The first objective is to identify the type of building defect that occur at Masjid Jamek Pancu, Muar Johor. In order to fulfill this objective, a visual inspection was conducted. Through the visual inspection, the general information of the building, such as the function of the building in the past, had been collected. Furthermore, the visual inspection was also used to observe and investigate the condition of the testing building. It covered the testing building experiencing defects, which are wall cracking and staining, respectively. Both of those defects will not pose safety issue to testing building. The second objective is to determine the concrete strength of the existing building. In order to fulfill the objective, the ribbon hammer test and ultrasonic pulse velocity test were conducted on 8 selected columns. Based on the result obtained, it discovered that average concrete strength of all tested columns is 36.7 Newton millimeter square from the ribbon hammer data, and from the ultrasonic pulse velocity test is V equal to 3013 average. At the same time, the concrete quality of the column was determined based on the ribbon number and UPV value. It found that the average concrete quality of tested column is good, and that is based on the bond number, and poor to good based on UPV value. The third objective is to recommend the solution to conserve Masjid Jamek Pancu, Muar Johor. There are three maintenance strategies recommended in order to conserve the building. Those strategies are corrective maintenance, preventative maintenance, and condition-based maintenance. All of the objectives of these features were attained. That's all for me. Thank you.